What? Oh. Can you hear me? Alright. I can turn it up or down. Believe it or not, I can go either direction.
Trouble yourself not with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
The campaign had some rough spots recently. I went to here, and I sent you that picture that said it's an epic quest and you can leave. And how can I describe it? It was deceptive in its omission of information. You can leave, and it says that if you leave, your party will suffer the stress of defeat, which I think they did not. However, you also get nothing for it because you didn't complete it, right? So normally you would get something from it. So I was very low on gold after that, because I also did a delve into the farm, and that went badly. So I had 2 quests in a row that went badly. No one died, but I was super broke. I was down to double digits in gold. So now I'm slowly clawing my way back to having some money. I didn't even have money to send people to the Abbey or the tavern. So I had a bunch of people with super high stress I couldn't take anywhere. Now I finally got enough money to send people to the Abbey and tavern. But as you can see, I'm still pretty low. So I'm gonna play it safe for a mission or 2. I am not playing on Stygian because I wanted to try the DLC, which I heard was hard enough by itself. Also on Stygian, that takes into account the final boss fights. You really have less than they say. But I may try that someday. You know that they announced Darkest Dungeon 2 a few months ago. I don't know when that's supposed to come out. But if it's not a long time from now, maybe I'll end up playing the harder difficulty on this game at some point. So that's your update. All I know about it, or think I know about it, is that it was announced and it takes place in a mountain. I don't think any gameplay was shown. I think it was just a teaser trailer. That was a few months ago now. Let me see here. Oh, it was announced in February. That was a long time ago. I didn't see it. I don't think I saw it right away when it was announced. Maybe I did. Dude, that was 9 months ago now. It's almost a year. They should almost be done with it then. So... I'm thinking of doing a medium difficulty or a level 3 quest here. Get some more money. Dazzling Mirror. Well, this is a long quest. I'm so broke, I don't think I have enough money to load up for a long quest. Also, I can't go on these quests, these low-level ones, because I only have 3 level 1s. The level 3s won't go, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they won't go. And my roster is full, so I can't recruit any other level 1s or 0s. One of the buildings gives you money, but you have to have money. 5%. I wish I got that in real life. 5% per week. So if you have 10K, you get 500. That isn't very much. I'm trying to save up for this. So I get, in case a bunch of dudes get infected like this vessel, I won't have to worry about it. So I've been going heavy on the getting the bus. Alright. Tell me how long the delay is, because I selected low latency in the settings. So when I go 1, 2, 3 now, then I'll type now in the chat. So when I tested it yesterday, when I used the normal latency, it was like 30 seconds. They have normal, low, and ultra low. And I picked low this time. So 1, 2, 3, now. I hit enter exactly when I said that. Pretty long, no. But how are you gonna know the play-by-play when my Crusader swings his sword? Alright, I'm gonna do it again. 4, 5, 6, now. Oh, that's still way better than, I can change it to ultra low, but I have to shut the stream down to do it. I think it does different encoding or something on their end. I'll try ultra low next time. It's fine for this game. But all of those shooters that I stream, it won't be good enough for that. Also, there's this thing here. It says the thing from the stars roams here this week. I think that's a boss that roams around. It has something to do with the farm. But I haven't run into it yet. I generally avoid it. I didn't notice it for a long time that showed up. Let's just see if I have enough gold to bring. I should have enough. Not quite. Also, one thing that I don't like that the game has been doing, you see I hit this one, and I hit provision, and then I back out. It's not on that one anymore. So if you don't pay attention, you could go on the wrong quest. I don't know why it's selecting this one automatically. I went on the wrong quest once. Now, to be fair, well, in this case I can't go to it anyway, but you can have that happen. To be fair, it does say right here at the top, so I can't completely blame it. So if you went back and then hit it again and weren't paying attention. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for the long one here. Whatever it takes. Because I need that 11,000 gold. Also, it has these champion level quests, these red ones, because I have champions now. But I cannot afford to give them good equipment, and they're gonna get blown up if they go without maxed equipment. Just like what was happening when I was getting level 3s. I'd send level 3s out, and they would get slammed so hard I'd have to abandon after a few battles. But enough chatter! People are here for the gameplay. I'm still a big fan of the Jester. The Jester isn't great in the ruins. Well, he's okay in the ruins. They nerfed his finale. They added these can only use one per battle things. I used to abuse this solo quite a bit. I don't think it went forward 3 before. Also, the Man-at-Arms, this bolster, I used to abuse that pretty badly too. Stack dodge. Now you can only use it once per battle. And that once per battle stuff is real bad for the farm, because it's waves of enemies, you don't leave combat, which I found out the hard way. I'm still gonna go with this party and see how it goes. The Jester won't do great versus skeletons, but he will do well versus those cultist dudes, because those aren't undead, they're just humans. These guys are leveled up okay. I don't have a lot of money. Like, a Crusader with level 1 armor and sword, that's bad. I don't have the money to upgrade that stuff. Where's the... Abomination doesn't have leveled up stuff either. This guy does. So these guys are upgraded at least. There was one level 3 I went on. This was earlier on in this campaign, but it might have been the first or second one, and I ran into that dude with the big tree that he carries, and he was hitting my dudes for mid-20s damage every time, and I could not heal through it, and I barely beat... That was the first battle. I barely beat it, and I had to camp immediately because it was a medium. And then I got attacked in the middle of the night by those giant grub things, and I got hit with a bunch of blight, and those are the 2 guys died in that. And then I had to abandon right away. Those are the only 2 guys that have died so far. That was such a train wreck. This party seems okay. Don't need to upgrade much. Battle Ballad's still good, real good. Inspiring Tunes, real good. The problem I have with the leper is he always misses. I think that's the point with this character, is he hits really hard or he doesn't hit at all. -8 dodge, that's pretty. Alright, we're gonna go heavy on damage with this guy. He's gonna get hit hard too, but I could give him this cloak to make up for that. What's this? Yeah, why not? I'm finally getting to the point where I'm getting class-specific trinkets that are actually useful. The healing. Oh, actually, I'll give him the... This cloak seems real good. I think I just got that cloak. I could upgrade this flashbang. I'll do that. That first upgrade is real cheap, 175. That's nice. Make sure I select the correct thing here. That's the long, I don't want to go on that. Or do I? Maybe I do want to go on that. Actually, I think I need to sell something. Some of these. They've got this building you can construct that takes away all food checks in the dungeon. That seems real good. So you'll be able to know ahead of time how much food you need exactly. Probably need... that I don't care about. A couple of these things. Maybe 3. A lot of time is spent in town. Probably just as much time in the dungeon. There's a lot of preparation and hard decisions that need to be made sometimes. I brought that bounty hunter to hopefully get some scouting.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar. Now, foreign.
Okay. This part down here sucks. Battle with nothing in it. %, and he screwed it up.
Mind that such missteps are the exception, and nothing.
I wonder if when you get higher than the level 1 quests, if the percentage of the trap succeeding is higher than 100% or not. I'm sure he would have an opinion. I don't really want to do this revenge here because of that point blank shot this guy does is real bad. Oh man, that sucks. He's right in the middle and he's big. I need to get plus bleed chance trinket for the Jester. Boom! Rain in the forest. I want to keep this guy out of the front row, if possible. Wow, 5 rounds. Boom. Those are some big hits. I guess the bounty hunter is about big hits. I didn't even have anything marked though. Time to abuse the system. this?
Seize this
Oh, for
momentum.
Crusader.
Push on to the task's end.
And I'm already full. Yeah, that steel's not very good, but I could sell it for a lot is the thing. The problem is that I have this cloak that needs the torch above 75. Leper would have single-digit dodge without it. Or close. How much does a common trinket sell for? Probably 700. $750. Just at Darkest Dungeon. See what they say. Hey, Darkest Dungeon 2 developers who are working on Sunday, how much does a common trinket sell for in the first game? It's like the 99 cents a minute hotline for Darkest Dungeon. I got hit really hard by that tree branch. What should I do now? If afflicted. Alright, scout ahead is what I wanted. Both of these things are really good. Use both of those. Are you ready for this amazing solo from the Jester?
Lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it. As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
Is Age of Empires those RTS games where they're really long games and there's tons of different resources? I think I played one of those and like I'd play a skirmish and it would be like 8 hours long. I enjoyed the game though. Like the AI had this sprawling base that covered a huge landmass. It was a long time ago. Wow. I think those gargoyles don't hit very hard, but this guy does. Good thing I have this. The debuff didn't stack, though. That's bad. I always try and stun this guy. It's a real victory if you pull it off. Dodge is doing work already. He likes to throw Skull into the back row and hurt my Vestal.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Party shouldn't get very stressed out if I'm getting hit by a critical and it's for 4 damage. It's not that big a deal.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
I just remember that the computer had so many buildings, and I kept sending stealth bombers over there and dropping nukes, and by the time that the next bomber would show up, they've rebuilt everything that got blown up and probably had even more. I was like, man, this is taking forever. I don't think I ever finished that skirmish. Skull toss. Oh, the Diminish didn't work on them? That's lame. Special rules for the CPUs. Usually lame.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
I remember if you dug into some of the StarCraft 1 scripts that they had in the maps, that if the AI got low on gold, it would just give them more gold. Like, if their gold got below 500, it would add 3,000. It's like, man, that's really lame. It's like they couldn't code an efficient AI that would not know to spend everything as quickly as possible. So far, this party's working out pretty well.
This is how a life is. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Already at 100. Go with this. Even though gold is the main reason I'm here. battle. Alright, so bleed's not gonna work on these guys, except for this guy. No, yeah, not even this guy. Look at all those buffs. Like the camp buffs and that revenge buff.
The magic is struck. A blazing star is born.
This guy's stealthed, so I can't hit him directly. I can hit him with AoE. I'm not sure what causes him to de-stealth, because he hit me and it didn't de-stealth him, but they do de-stealth eventually. This won't bleed, it'll do some damage. Yeah, or some... There's some skills that'll de-stealth. Like the Arbalist has that flare skill that'll de-stealth everything. I think the Vestal has a light skill that'll de-stealth, but it's a front row type skill. Actually, Jester's kinda out of his element in this fight. I can do this and hit him. It doesn't do any damage.
Decimated.
See, now he's de-stealthed. I don't know why.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
I like that when their turns are ordered such that the one attacking is always in the back row, so they have to use their crappy skills. That means I can start healing. You could also use his revenge and then use the herbs right away and get rid of the debuff. Really good for a boss fight. Not what I wanted to happen. Also, I'm streaming at a low, I think it's like 700 or 800 kilobit at 720, and it works fine for this game because there's not a lot of stuff going on in terms of movement. But man, that dashboard does not shut up about it. Warning, warning, and if you click X on the warning, it just comes back after a couple minutes. That's pretty annoying. If I had a lot of movement going on, it would look like trash. But since I don't, it works out fine.
Eradicated.
I need to hit this guy like right away. The sustain of this party is really good. Almost full health and no
This
stress.
expedition at least promises success.
Time to get rid of these torches. I will skip that path. Is there battle here? No. I'm getting some good scouting here every time. This is actually going really well.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood. Executed with impunity. The light, the promise of safety. Back to the pit.
Man, he was at full health a second ago. Just don't hit the bounty hunter. Alright, that worked out. Whoa. Look at this. 3 stacks of sapphires. That's real good. Or a stack of 3. Is that a critical scout? Yes! Look at that! I got rid of my key though. I'm still gonna go over there.
Finding the stuff is only the
Ooh.
first test. Now it must be carried home.
We'll give that to the Jester. Let's see. That one will sell. Dump this 1,000 gold on the ground, man. Maybe I'll ditch this. It's not a lot of battles. It's like this battle. Suppose I could have looped around. Maybe I'll do that. I'll loop around after the camp is used up. I'll be able to hold more. That was just poor planning on my part.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Man, with this scouting, I can avoid tons of battles. Yeah, I read that the food checks are always in the same squares. So you could run through the same hallway again and again and you'd trigger it. But when I read that was also a couple years ago. I'm getting pretty low on torches all of a sudden. I didn't read it years ago. I read the post the post itself was from years ago. I think it was in the subreddit. For Darkest Dungeon. I think I have to do one of these two because I skipped this one. Might as well be the one with the treasure. Also, the music gets more dramatic in the dark. This will give me some light too. Not a ton though. That wasn't the best choice. Six damage per round.
Obliterated.
2 for 4. Not great. Time to abuse the system. Whatever, man. We took out 2 monsters that round. Probably shouldn't risk it. If I don't hit with the next attack, they'll probably get reinforcements.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
What's this?
Be wary. Triumphant pride.
Jute Tapestry. 4,500 gold each. That's pretty good. Now if we do a camp here, we will get torch back. Let's see what's in here first or after. Let's see what's in it.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
I can camp right here. That'll work. Then, if things continue to go well, I will have a good amount of gold again.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Do I need scouting anymore? Probably not. All companions. Did you ever see that Reddit post that was made either this year or last year? It was made around the turn of the year when people make their resolutions for exercising, and it said, if you go to the gym, don't worry about, like, if you're out of shape, don't worry about stairs or all this stuff, because people don't care. And then someone made the post, I'm going to stare at you while you're trying to make your gains until you leave the gym. And when you leave, I'm gonna take over your equipment that you were using and steal all your gains from you. the that post got very highly upped in an ironic sense. It was written better than I described it. It was more. It had more of a sarcastic tone to it. This is pretty good, even if I don't have a lot of stress. I knew it. I knew I was about due. Oh, that sucks. That shuffle sucks. Leper is going to be ineffective. About moving the bounty hunter back to just so I can start shuffling the leper up. Hopefully it doesn't get pushed back again. Alright. Waste a round shuffling. Maybe he'll hit the Vestal back. Nope. It's the worst possible outcome. Man, that was 35 stress with a buff to... Oh, maybe I don't have that. Thought I did. Well, everyone else has it. Minus stress. The Jester doesn't get it, I guess. Better do a heal. We'll be fine. We got our battle ballad now. And Jester gets to go again immediately. Just don't hit him back. Oh yeah, I have the buffs. Look at all those buffs!
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
The main problem is the ghoul. He's doing truckloads of damage. Now we're finally in position on round 4. I think that shuffle was the worst possible shuffle. And the leper got stunned, so he couldn't heal the horror debuff. I guess it's called a dot, right? Hopefully that ghoul will not be able to go again. Yeah, he's dead. I suppose if I've beaten this game at some point, I should be an expert, right? Stress levels went through the roof in this fight. Even with the buff to limit it. If it's an ambush, I wonder if I can just heal through it. Like, over and over, and there will be no reinforcements. See if they complain. Because this guy can't really do anything to me. Okay, so they do complain. I'm up to round 10, so... Still gonna do this again.
But a victory nonetheless.
So we came out of it with... we didn't really take any health damage. Certainly took stress damage, though. Yeah, pretty sure you were there. I think when I was playing the end game, I told you ahead of time every time. Back in the day. I have it on the the archive on YouTube in a playlist. It was probably maybe a couple years ago. Call it the best content on the Snorlax channel. And that's saying a lot. These are the battles where the Jester isn't as effective, unfortunately.
A singular strike.
I went through the list, and I have over 200 videos on there now of various playthroughs. Got Persona 5, Fury. I think I have Nier, Neo. Bunch of Street Fighter videos. Adds up.
Powerful blow.
Yeah, I didn't save a lot of those. I got pretty good at that game. So the dude's in row 4, and somehow he shields the guy in row 1. Or column 1, I guess. This fight's gonna take forever. If the Jester's not gonna do any damage. And these guys will be able to hurt me a little bit, but I can just heal through it.
Devastating blow.
You heard of that game? They call it Judgment, but when they brought it out over here, they called it Judge Eyes. It's like a Yakuza type game. I don't know much about it. The little I saw about it looked in that vein.
As the fiend falls, a faint
That game came out, and some people were playing it, and you never heard anything about it, or I didn't, after it came out. This idiot.
disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
that was a good hit. 7.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. Impressive.
Only around 5, but it seems like this battle's been going on forever.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
No scout. Okay. Time to use up these herbs. If I save 1 key for this, I will have tons of money. So get rid of that and do this. I can come back to this. Well, they did call it long. 2 camps. That's bad, because I threw the blood away. Oh, great. This fight'll suck. If I get hit with a bunch of that, that's really gonna suck, because I don't have any things to cure the blight. Criticals are fine. Blight is bad. Oh! Well, you hit him, so you get to heal him now.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Oh! Good hit.
Masterfully executed.
Everything's got to be critical. Oops, I can't do that. So much loot.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Oh, there's a battle behind now. There wasn't before. Bounty hunter's in rough shape. Minus 12 dodge, that sucks.
Compassion is a rarity in the field edge of battle.
If I do this, they will have a tough time hurting me at all. I gotta say, this party has really come through. I built it for sustain and it really worked out. Success so clearly in view. Or
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I think there's gonna be a food check. Knew it.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
Wow. That was probably a bad call, that last thing, but oh well.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry.
Whoa, look at this hall. 10,000 plus 11,000. 21 and a half. Chance to turn any miss into a hit. 10% chance to turn any miss into a hit. That's not as good as I thought it was.
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Alright. Yeah, once you do the research, then you go, eh. See, this I need to get rid of, that's real bad. Now, did you play this or see this game, when they added this trade thing? I remember having to go to specific areas and grind out getting the correct heirlooms sometimes. Okay, so all I need is one more. Now we're gonna build our first building. Best thing about that building is it didn't cost any gold. think I have one more blueprint. Where does it say? Okay, I have two more. The blueprints are dropped by some bosses, not all bosses. I think I've beaten 3, 4, 6 bosses, and I have 3. So half of the bosses, I don't know which ones. So I could build... I think these buildings are good for specific classes. Look at this, 10% healing on Vestal, that's really good. What are respite points? What I've seen of that game looks interesting. The reception of that game so far is very polarized. On one end, you have people saying, this is trash and it's only getting attention because Kojima made it. And on the other hand, you have the Kojima fanboys. Anything he makes is good. And I'm not sure which side I lean on yet. It seems like a lot of the complaints are things that I don't care as much about. But who knows? I haven't seen a ton of the game, maybe an hour. You'll be playing it before I will, let's put it that way. I'm interested in your opinion once you get some time into it. At this point, I don't think I need another building. Torchlight is more beneficial. Some food is granted for free each week. I could buy this performance hall, but I think I want to upgrade the town buildings. The thing about Sekiro is that there's not a lot of replay value. It kind of has the Bloodborne problem, where there's not a lot of builds. In Sekiro, there's almost no builds, just the one build. In Bloodborne, you at least had some different weapons. They had the transforming weapons. There's like 4 weapons total. There's the whip and the hammer. I think the longevity of those games is mostly in different building the character in different ways around different weapons, and when you don't have a lot of variety in that, it hurts the longevity of the game. Beyond your complaint of the clang clang being constant, I think that other complaints have been about there's not a lot of replayability. Like, I can't see myself going back to that game. Or I don't have any current plans to, since I already finished it. Is not too bad. How's that any different than any other Souls game, though? You know that they're gonna have certain attacks, like a big attack or a quick attack. And what to dodge out of, what to block. I used all my portraits, so anything with portraits I can't upgrade now. Wonder if that's literally what that person meant. I doubt it. I doubt they put the controller down. They probably just sidestepped over and over. That's just my guess, man. I wasn't there. They're like, if they put the controller down, they're like writing notes in their notebook. Not how I did it. Even the tavern I could upgrade quite a bit.
All manner of diversion and dalliance await those who cross the threshold with coin in hand.
I could get this and this.
With enough ale, maybe they can be in.
Oh, I have all kinds of slots here. Oh, they also have this. How do you get to it? Right here. If you go to the farm, you can get these clusters and get some unique stuff in here for trinkets. Some of this stuff seemed ridiculous when I last looked at it. So you put this on a Crusader, and every time he hits, there's a 25% chance that he'll stun, and there's a 120% base chance that he'll just add blight on attack. You have linked me him before. I don't think he was playing this. I don't remember what he was playing at the time. Maybe he was playing this. So if you kill a monster, all other monsters get hit with blight. And like these debuffs, if your hero's killed, who cares? Your heroes shouldn't be dying. This looks crazy good for the Arbalest. I guess, okay, 1 in 4 chance of adding 3 stress. No, I'm pretty sure these are permanent. Let me look one of them up. So it says that each hero has their own unique crystalline trinket, which can be bought from the jeweler. Doesn't say anything about it being temporary. Plus, they're pretty expensive. If they are one run, I'd expect them to be much cheaper. But here's the thing, Musketeer and Arbalest are the same, aren't they? Maybe they're not. Oh, look at that. 30% damage reflection. And stun resist too, that's real good. I would put that up here as one of the more expensive ones. That thing's crazy. This looks real good too. Guard dog duration. Anyway. So we got some money now. I don't think I have enough money to upgrade these champions, though. And even if I did, I don't have the blacksmith upgraded all that much. Because I think level 5 you can max out their equipment. Let me go for this.
A sharper sword, a stronger shield. Anything to prolong a soldier's life.
That's probably all I can do for now. So I could get if I send these level 5s out, they're gonna get slaughtered. I can't afford to upgrade them, and even if I could, I don't have the upgrades to do it. I could send them on a short, maybe. I have a feeling that someone's gonna get killed, though. But if things go badly and one of these guys gets messed up, I could always kick them out. I don't know if I would kick out a level 5 though. Level 5 is not great right now because I can't bring them on 3s. %25 protection is pretty crazy. So if I give her this and then minus stress, it balances out. 30% healing, that's pretty good. Should be there. Oh right, I was gonna sell one of these. That's really useful. All right. Wow, 29 health, that's real bad. She's already minus 10% because of that. That's bad. This is going to be a bloodbath. So this flare here will de-stealth the entire enemy party. At the very least, I could upgrade their skills. Where is this going? This is the Warrens, where the pigs are. That doesn't matter. I'm not sure if there's any enemies there that can stealth, so I better bring it. So ideally, both armor and weapon would be 5, and all these skills would be 5. Then I would be comfortable, but it's not how it is. Actually, I need to upgrade that too. Take one of those just in case. I like how the caretaker gives you this grin. Like, you should really buy everything you can, and I'm gonna make a killing off of this. And he's not wrong.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Large flesh eater, 72 health. I should be hitting for 20 minimum.
Masterfully executed.
Ouch, ouch. Okay, that could have been worse. Yeah. That's the time that it gets resisted, huh? Wow. That's about what I expected.
Balls. Reeling, about to break.
Arbalest gonna spend all her time healing. Bring any bandages? Dead. Just the automatic bandage. I feel like that was on the lighter side of the battle difficulty too.
Compassion is a rarity in the fierce pitch of battle.
I was hoping the Hellion would go first. Now I have to walk through 12 damage. That sucks.
this is the Trapmaker's art, his efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
If there's one thing I want them to change about the second game is record about 10 times more dialogue, please. I'm sure there's a lot, but when you play the game a lot, you hear the same thing so many times. That. Some kind of archer. Man, that dude is 50 health. So that thing hit my Vestal for more than half her health, and it tried to move her and stun her. Holy crap! I don't know if we can do this fight. It's pretty high stun resist too. And the one guy that's marked I can't shoot, of course. So the strongest guy that's hitting the hardest also has the most health. There's a lot of dodge too. And of course the debuff didn't work. If I abandon this fight, I don't think I can do the quest, because I have to get to this room over here. Stun him. Okay. I don't think we'll be able to do this fight. That's my prediction. Spasm of the entrails. I can't even hit that guy because he's too far away. I have to bludgeon through this guy who has all that protection on him. This round, this guy's gonna tear me up.
Exposed to a killing blow. A momentary abatement. The ground quakes. How quickly the tide turns.
Even if we survive this battle, we can't camp because it's a short.
Sedated.
Okay, so he doesn't like being in the front row. That's good to know. So if I had a pull, I could deal with that better.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. Devastating blow. Death waits. The slightest lapse in concentration.
Got a lot of diseases too.
Compassion is a rarity in the fever of battle. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
So I could heal up, but my stress is building up, and this guy does stress damage.
Stage for
And I can't stress heal with this party.
cowardice. A momentary abatement. Inspiration and improvement. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Let's take a look. So there's a battle here. We could loop around here and see what we find. How would you rate the YouTube experience so far as the stream goes?
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home. Mind Such missteps are the exception, and not the rule. Ambushed by foul invention.
Ambushed by foul invention. Nobody touch that. Thank you.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate.
Please give me a scout.
Settlers.
Nope. Okay. Now let's see what happens in this last room and hallway. If this is the last room, then I can do this. Look at that.
The Swine Folk's labyrinth may yet prove to be navigable.
Solar Crown I can probably sell because I have those books. Oh, level 6.
And demise. Cause for celebration.
Oh, the tavern is free. Residents are asked to maintain some semblance of decorum when leaving after midnight. Once I was at the bowling alley, this was a long time ago. I was at the bowling alley until it closed, and when I walked out, there was squad cars sitting right at the entrance, looking for people stumbling out the front door. He won't go. Actually, okay, it'll only be free this week. So if you stumbled out of the bowling alley and you went to the cop that was sitting there and said, I didn't drive here. I would need to walk home. I envision one of two things happening. They would either say, you're getting a ticket for public intoxication, and then we'll drive you home, or they would just drive you home and say, thanks for telling me. And being cynical, and from past experience of dealing with cops, I would assume they would give you a ticket. And they might not even drive you home. I'm not sure. They might take you to detox. I'm saying in the situation where you were pretty, like, barely know what's going on. Have just enough sense, or not sense, to go up to the cop and say so. Actually, if it's free, I might as well put the leper in here too. And you, actually. How do I give her... Do I have to send her on a quest? Let me look up the mechanics of this. Those who are cursed are immune to all diseases, and all diseases they had before are cured. Heroes left in the hamlet while wasting will automatically consume 1 vial of blood from your provisions. If there's no vials of blood, they will perish after that week. So this Vestal will use one of the vials if I don't take her on the next expedition here. That's fine. I'll put her in, if I can, in the bar. Cursed heroes who share the same building or activity as other heroes have a chance to pass the Crimson Curse on. Nope. You're not that stressed anyway. What happened to you? Going on a personal vision quest to achieve enlightenment. I'm sure there's a lot of good cops, but almost all experiences I've had with cops have been bad. They assume that you're always doing something wrong. If you really want to get on the cop's good side, just start yelling, "My taxes pay your salary. I'm a sovereign citizen." They really like that stuff. What's the difference between these two? Nothing? Alright, so I can only cure one of these. Probably go with the Herbalist. No, go with this guy. No, I don't think I've seen that. I saw the one where there's these two guys in the car and they see this cop on the sidewalk. He goes, "Just go up to him and flick him off. He can't do anything." You ever seen the outcome of that one? Let's see if I can find that one. It's really short, as you would expect. Yeah, this one.
You do. Yeah. Come on, really.
Quality is so bad on this video. At least it's short. You can't do anything. Looks like it was recorded on a cell phone from 10 years ago. That wasn't the. It has some stupid advertisement at the end of that one, but that is the video. So today, Last week when I went to the grocery store, I got this thing that said, "Try our online order." You order online and then you park in the pickups parking spot, and they bring out the food, and it's, what does it say? First 3 pickup orders are free, okay? So first of all, I get up today and I forgot it was DST went away, so it was really 7 in the morning something. So this is a perfect day to do that then, because it said it took them 2 hours to do it for some reason. But anyway, so I did that. I said, well, I'll do my run before I run errands then, instead of after. So I go over to in my current apartment complex, they have 2 treadmills, and one's busted right now. So I go over there. There's a guy on it. This is like 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday. I'm like, well, whatever. I'll just hang around for a little bit and see if he gets done soon. I hang around for like 5 minutes, and I get a message that they get it's ready for pickup. Okay, well, okay, I'll go over there and I'll pick it up. Then I'll come back and see if that guy is off of it or not. So I go do that, and I come back. Now someone else is on it. Now it's, I don't know, 10 in the morning, and it's some girl's on it. Well, I'm just going to sit here until she's done, because there's no excuse to not. I have nothing going on all day. I need to do my run. I'll just sit here. So I sat there. There's one of those machines it's like a bench. You can fold it up so you can sit in it, or you can lay down for like doing free weights. So I sit in it. And I'm facing away from her, so I'm not passively urging her to finish her run faster or something like that. Well, she got here first. Now they're playing like radio music in the workout room, and she starts singing out loud to it. And I gave her this look like she wasn't a very good singer, and I gave her a look like, please don't. But she ignored me. Didn't even look over or anything. So, okay, I'll just deal with it. So I've sat there a good 15-20 minutes until she was done. When she walked out, yeah, she was cute. When she walked out, she took her sweet time leaving. Like, she put her coat on and all this stuff. And all this time, I've just been sitting there. I haven't made a sound. I'm listening to some podcast, right? I haven't made a sound. When I gave her the stare, it was through a window in like there's like a separate area for free weights, right? She takes her sweet time getting off the treadmill and putting on her coat and all that stuff. So, okay, I'll just wait until she walks out. And now we get to the part where I realize that I'm a jerk. When she walks out, I see her leaving on the sidewalk, and she has one of those poles to feel in front of her. So she's blind. And not only did she ignore me, but she probably didn't even know I was there, because I wasn't making any sounds or anything. I was just sitting there. When I gave her the stare, she didn't see it, obviously. So now I go, gee, I must be a real jerk. And it's true. So it seems like every story I tell you where I feel like a jerk has something to do with the workout areas. Like that guy that was going to play basketball. Remember that story? So whenever I'm going to go work out, I'm not happy to go in a workout in the first place, so I'm probably grumpy at a baseline. And then if someone gets there before me, it's first come, first serve, right? I'm not happy that one of the machines is busted. So that other treadmill's busted, I turned it on earlier this week, I guess last week now. And it starts going thunk thunk. You can hear the motor like moving out of place inside the machine. If you go higher than 2 miles an hour, it starts jarring the whole treadmill. It's like, well, these treadmills are supposed to be new. They just got them not even 2 months ago, and they're already having all these problems. The other problem they had was that the wall socket for the treadmill, the prongs fell out of it, so you couldn't plug it in. I don't know if the prongs were like stuck in the outlet or where they went. I have to go to the office every week, it seems like, to tell them what's wrong with those dumb things. So that's your story for today. I can't cure this Arbalest because she will only go to the prayer area, and I only have one prayer area, and it's being used by this guy who will also only use the prayer area. This Fragile's pretty bad. I should get rid of that when I can. So now I have all kinds of gold. So that part's good. Alright, I was gonna sell the solar crown. You know what I could do is... I can't do it anymore.
Foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned. To fight the abyss, one must know it.
I wonder if there's a... This isn't a good party for that boss. You ever use this Flagellant character? Comes with level 2 skills. He must have been level 1. He's big on the bleed attacks. So maybe we could go here. Could do something like this. So, that seems good. Good accuracy, full damage, and does bleed. And bleed debuff. That seems real good. Oh, heal over time. For the whole party, huh? Okay. Seems like he could be good. I have to decide if I'm gonna go here or here. Probably here. Because bleed won't work great in the ruins. I guess this guy's gonna be front row healer. Huh. Alright. We'll try this. Stab, artillery, heal. Yeah. Do I need any pulls? I don't think so. I don't use this Hands from the Abyss really ever. It'd be interesting to try that out. Hits the first 3. One of the first 3. And stuns. Oh, okay. So this guy came with all his skills. It's just a matter of which ones to use. I don't need the heals. I don't need this. So the thing about this guy is when he gets low health, he can hit this skill and he just heals right back up. But he doesn't really get any benefit from that. In fact, he gets slower. Transfer bleed, transfer blight. Interesting. I could go with this. This is a pretty low risk run, so I might as well experiment a little bit. So I could go with transfer, redeem. Oh, what's this? I did the first run. I did the epic, and I got to a locked door. I need to go back. Maybe I'll go back after this run. Because it's a level 3. Maybe when my Jester comes back. I think the locked door is the boss door. And I need to bring a key. What's the difference between this and this one? That looks... I like the idea of this character. He gets below 40% health, then he hits something real hard and he heals up. You can do it 3 times per battle. So you want him to take damage. How about this? So this is front 2, back 2. Well, he only heals himself unless you use this reclaim skill. If he gets below 40% health, he will heal 38%. There's no variation. It seems like after the first time, it'll get harder and harder to keep him up. But I am also bringing this guy for the inconsistent healing. I think this is good enough. We'll see how this goes. I tried the shield breaker too. I didn't like her as much. She might be good to use with the Jester. She likes to shuffle her position around a lot, which didn't work well with the parties I had at the time. Oh really? I didn't know that. This and this. Balance that out. Do that, and then this one. Dodge and heals. This guy, I have some special trinkets. That's really good. What else should I give him? Alright, let's see how this goes. if I want to give him damage. He's more about the bleed. Give that to him. Man, this cloak's so good. Plus 15 dodge if torch above 75. To make sure I'm selected on the correct thing, which I'm not. Yeah, this should be fine. This is not the area I thought it was.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil. Nature herself.
Jeez, I used my one shovel already. Oh boy.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
So these guys are big against stun. Go with plague grenades. Those are some big bleeds. He loves it. Keep hitting him. Oh, this guy has... Okay, if that's from earlier. This is an interesting party. I like it so far. It's tearing these guys up.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. A decisive battle.
that's what I was looking for. Now we're in good shape.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Look at all these goodies. That better not be a room battle over there. It is. Oh, whatever. Worst possible outcome. I think that's it. I think they're all dead. This is a really interesting party. Like those crimson bug things in the first battle, they rely on their protection percent, which did nothing versus this party. Sometimes a tree is just a tree. The bad news is I have a barrier coming up and I only brought one shovel. They do blight. Those were the things that killed my two guys in my party that one time. See, now that he's below 40% health, he gets all these buffs. Plus 20% damage, 7% crit. I like the idea of that character a lot. Why are your keys falling out? Oh, it's just nasty. Wow, double dodge. I've found that with keyboards and mice, going simple has worked out really well for me over the years. I'll just get a simple Logitech keyboard and mouse. Thank you for the endorsement, Logitech. I'll just use a simple, cheap Logitech keyboard and mouse, and it'll last a long time. And I don't have any complaints. That's what I'm using right now. Logitech K120. And I don't know what this mouse is. I think this keyboard mouse was a combo package that I got for dirt cheap a long time ago. It doesn't have a ball. It is a LED mouse. It's not that old. Like the one before that one had a ball. The ball was fine, except the rollers got nasty after a while. Critical for 0, boys. What? 15% bleed and I couldn't do it? Or bleed resist on that mosquito? That's bad. You know, I'm gonna go for the double stun. Almost worked on both. Man, so far I really like this character class. It's doing work versus these guys anyway. And I'm always encouraged to use this guy to open things, because if he gets hit, so what? That's good. This part's gonna suck though.
Without tools of iron, you must rely on flesh, an indefatigable purpose.
I saw someone post a thing that said, or on Twitter, about WWE 2K20, and it said, "My dude did an elbow drop so hard that the game crashed." Now that's power.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands. Be gone, fiend.
I could just picture someone's doing like a finishing move off the corner, just coming down hard with the elbow and boom. Gotta relaunch the game. Especially if it's you getting elbow dropped on. That's great.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Kind of energy. Bad energy. Oh, only on the first round. Okay. Three battles left. I regret doing that now. I guess I could do this. These fungal artilleries really suck. They're one of my least favorite enemies in the game. They rain this blight down on you from the back rows, and if you pull them forward, they do escape cloud, and it does the same thing. No matter what they are, they're always raining blight on you. It's like the best move is just to constantly stun them. I was hoping it wouldn't move him back there. Oh well. my gosh. Those heals aren't going great.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Ancient rats lie in wait, unsprung and thirsting for blood. Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
I need to get at least one good heal on this guy.
Momentary abatement. Back to the pit.
There we go.
Momentary abatement.
Now if I can get one more heal. The Plague Doctor. Good shape. That was okay.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Zoophobia. Not to be confused with Zootopia. So apparently you can't use the herbs to get rid of that. Maybe that's a balance thing. Never forget to use Battle Ballad. It's very important. The big goo guys really suck. But these guys are bad too. If you have all 4 rows, they're not as bad. If there's any gaps, then you're gonna get more goo guys pretty quickly. So if you get a critical with the Blight attack, it goes from 3 rounds to 5 rounds. The damage is the same per round, looks like. Party's in real good shape. Even after the Endeavor, the stress is very low. Might be able to get 1 stress heal. Okay.
The agents of pestilence will yet be driven from our woods.
Alright, man. I'll close it down for today. But it's good to see that streaming here looks practical so far.
My obsession caused this great foulness.
Yeah, what's
and it is
this?
Shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
An enterprising charlatan brewed an actual potent drought. Cures 1 disease for every hero on the roster. I think I have to buy it though for 30. I don't think that's very useful. I wonder if it goes away if you don't buy it. Okay. Yeah, so the use 1 vial to survive. I think if they don't do that, they die the next week. And the gesture's still gone. gain 2,000 gold while gambling. Huh. Okay. Do this already.